When you did your initial microdosing regimen, what was your
Mhm.
dosage like? How did that protocol work?
I think if I am remembering correctly, it was just 0.05, so 50 milligrams,
Oh,
and
okay.
very, very low. And I felt it. People are like, microdosing is the research just shows that microdosing is placebo. No, I definitely felt it. I sat down to write this really difficult paper for grad school, and I had a hard time concentrating. I just wanted to be outside in nature and relax. And I felt a little
Yeah,
sleepy. And so now when I microdose, I do like 0.2, but I only do it like, maybe once a week, maybe.
that's
So,
interesting. That was going to be
yeah.
my next question. With me, just kind of quit the microdosing cold turkey, but now I just do it PRN, so as
Hmm.
needed. If I'm having a cranky day, or if my wife says, "Why are you so cranky?" It's like, "Oh, time for me to take a microdose." Better. So, and it's not very often, not even once a month anymore. Hardly at all. I don't even hardly
Hmm.
think about it anymore.
And for me, I think it's a great, safer alternative to alcohol. If I'm in a situation where I have to be social and there's lots of alcohol, let me take a microdose instead, because that's going to open me up socially. PRN, definitely. Although I have had experiences where I'm like, I'm having a shitty day, let me take a microdose. And instead of making me feel better, it uncovers, it brings shit to the surface. So
Oh,
sometimes it
right, sure.
brings you face to face with those emotions and makes you actually like deal with them. Unlike other substances that will just numb you out, it brings them up. So it can make people more emotional sometimes when they're having a shitty day. It
Oh,
might make it worse depending on where that's coming from.
well, that's one reason I don't do a macro dose anymore. Because when I do a macro dose, it's just like 5 to 8 hours of me crying and laughing, and it's
Intense. Yeah.
emotionally draining.
It
It is
really
draining.
is, and it's for a
Yeah.
couple of days after, and you gotta be ready for that. I haven't done a macrodose in maybe since September. It's been a while. I think I'm overdue for one. I'm ready for that reset, but it's gotta be you gotta have the 6 to 8 hours, and then you gotta have a couple of days after where you don't have a lot going on. And that's, as a
Yeah,
parent of two boys, that's really hard to find.
for sure. So you spoke earlier about microdosing psilocybin and LSD. I've
Mhm.
never heard until recently of anybody microdosing. Whenever I heard the word microdose, I always thought psilocybin. I thought that's what, but that's
Mhm.
not all that people are referring to sometimes. Tell
Yeah,
us about that
LSD
distinction a little bit.
LSD is a beautiful medicine to microdose, and there is some research on microdosing LSD for helping people with focus issues. We find that it helps people with pain. It's a little bit more stimulating than psilocybin. It's longer acting, so if people are going to do it, that is definitely a daytime one. And people just say that they feel they're not impaired. They're not having visuals or anything, but they just say that they feel lighter and open and less pain and a little bit more focused.